Hello. Hello, hello. Hee. Welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore. Last episode. Do y'all even care what happened last episode? Of course you do. Like, ring. Great. Very great ring. Yes. Anyway. What's the last episode if you want to see ring? Or egg. He proposed with an egg, of course. From my perfectly wonderful thumbnail, you should know that he proposed with an egg. Yes. Anyway, let's jump right in. 4 months have passed since Rod proposed to me. Since then, he has been diligently attending all of his lessons. There is still much work to be done, but there is no rush. Every time Rod feels frustrated for not living up to expectations, his and others, that is what I tell him. Often, he gets things so caught up in what he could be that he forgets to celebrate the things that he already achieved. But slowly but surely, I'm getting him to appreciate the here and now. He is stubborn, but I am more stubborn. That is correct, princess. I'm still thinking of Rod when I turn the bend in the corridor and spot Emmeline walking hand in hand with Prince Lance. Oh. Her expression brightens when she sees me. Lucette! Good afternoon, Princess Lucette. I look at him bemused. I've told you multiple times you do not need to use my title, Lance. Lance flushes. Sorry. Some habits die hard. Lance had been visiting Ansley more frequently lately, for at least a week every month since he started officially courting Emmeline, and yet he still has yet to break out of his formalities. In that way, he is very different from Claude, who is over-familiar with everyone. I glance between the two of them. Are you going somewhere? I'm taking Lance to meet Veronica today. Would you like to come with? I'll pass. I told Rod I will be meeting him after his lessons. Understood. When he gets out, can you tell him Sebi is with Mother? Of course. Thank you. She whirls to look at Lance. Ready to go, Llama? Emmeline laughs when Lance flushes a bright red. Gods, I hate that nickname. It truly is a bizarre nickname. Ever since Emmeline found out that Lance instantaneously flushes upon hearing it from her, she has begun using it to tease him. Now she nudges him and playfully smiles. You're the only person who can make it endearing. Endearing? Emmeline roots her arms through his. Anyway, it's off to the toy shop with us. See you later, Lucette. Until next time, Lucette. The two continue down the hall, smiling warmly at each other. They are inseparable when Lance comes to visit. Next week, that will be even more the case. Emmeline plans on accompanying Lance next week to Bargansia. It will be her first time visiting. While it will only be for a week, she is eager to spend more time with Lance. I am happy for you, Emmeline. Footsteps echo through the corridor, and I look up, expecting to see a palace staff, but no, it is Rod. My heart lifts at the sight of his broad smile. There you are. Done with the lessons for the day? Rod groans. It was only an hour, but it felt like it took the whole day. I raise an eyebrow. Let me guess. Politics? He nods. Politics. If you'd rather, you could ask to sit in front of Father's council meetings. That might be more practical experience. Not yet. Fierce determination shines in his eyes. I'm not ready for that yet, but I will be. I believe in you, Rod. Then I can't let you down. He sighs as he runs a hand through his hair. Still, I'm a little disgruntled. One of the original upsides to losing my title was not having to take that god's awful cast. And yet here I am again. So apparently, okay, so Lance and Rod, from what they said just now, apparently this world has gods, multiple ones, multiple. So you learn new things every day, huh? And yet here I am again. I grin. Classes have a way of haunting you even when you think they are over. The break was nice while it lasted. He exhales softly. Anyways, I'm all yours now. What do you want to do? What do you? You are not allowed to reflect the question back at me. Getting caught in the act makes me laugh. The two of us are still learning how to balance each other's wants. It is still an uphill battle because Rod is accustomed to giving more than he receives, but we are making progress. Fine then, I have an idea. I clasped his hand and began to pull him down the corridor. Are you gonna tell me where you're taking me? You'll see. I led him to our secret place. A lot has changed since we met in this spot years ago, though I no longer have to worry about hiding our relationship. This place still feels like a safe haven. I should have known it would be this place. I thought you might enjoy this after sitting in a stuffy room for hours. Rod angles his head to look up at the patches of the sky visible through the canopies. His eyes shine in the sunlight, sparkling like aquamarine. The sight takes my breath away. He looks so at ease here, so relaxed. It is a far cry from the way things used to be. Before, Rod always tried to shoulder so many burdens. I'm glad I could take some of them on now. He turns and catches my eyes. What? Is there something on my face? I was just remembering how this all began. How in the beginning you hated me, and now here we are. Fate sure loves to toy with us. But in the end, we took fate into our own hands. Rod smiles. For you, I would do anything. Confronting fate was nothing. He reaches for my hand and leads me to a boulder. The two of us sit shoulder to shoulder, looking up at the sky. When a breeze rustles my clothing and makes me shudder, Rod presses closer, wrapping an arm around my shoulders. His warmth makes me feel cozy and safe. Have you seen Em today? She's introducing Lance to Fiorica. Oh, and about Sebi. I know, he's with Mother. Rod sighs. I promised Sebi I would start bringing him around more often. He'll probably talk my ear off if I don't retrieve him from Mother soon. It will be a lot livelier with him around on our outings. Rod sighs. I'd rather not have our conversations interrupted constantly by a plush bunny. Even one who knows you better than you know yourself? Especially by one who knows me better than I know myself. He laughs, a soft sound that makes my heart flutter. I owe him, though, for everything he's done, so I suppose it wouldn't be too bad to carry him around sometimes. He goes quiet again, his gaze growing somber. It's so strange to think Em is the one going to Bagrantia this time, not me. I shift to look at him. Do you miss it? Rod shrugs. It was hard to enjoy Bagrantia when I was thinking about you every moment of the day. What? What else would I have been thinking about? I don't know, dancing. Anything? Sebi? Those girls who chasing you? Your lessons, maybe? Exactly. Exactly. The princess got the right idea. Rot skulls. Lessons, lessons, lessons. I'd like to be done with them forever. It seems that is a trade-off for courting me. Endless lessons. Rod shakes his head. I gave up my life for love twice. Lessons are nothing. He plants a kiss on my forehead. I already told you, for you, I'd do anything. But it will be strange to not have M here, even if it is for a week. He looks forlorn. If she someday decides to stay in Bargantia, then it will not matter, because we both know distance is bearable if you love someone. Rod quirks an eyebrow. You're always mad when I didn't tell you when I was coming back to visit. Do you think I would write grumpy letters like that to M? Our situation was different. You did not tell me how long. The words fade when I realized Rod is laughing. I gathered electricity on my fingertips, just a spark, and poke him gently on the shoulder. Rod yelps and then laughs even harder. I miss this. My magic? You. He kisses me again, once on the cheek and then on my forehead. Jeez, that's a lot of kisses. I guess somebody like me wouldn't understand, huh? Kisses only from my parents, no one else. Everyone else is disgusting. I miss your passion, your spark, even your chiding. No, especially your chiding. You need to be chided. This is hardly kingly behavior. Kingly? Well, you will be king someday. And you will be queen someday. 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 The word may have felt daunting before, but now it's hopeful. It is a lot easier to think about ruling when I imagine doing it by Rod's side. Together. I still have a lot to learn before then. That will make both of us. Rod looks at me for a long moment, then stands abruptly. I watch as he walks over to a nearby bush and leans down to pick up a white flower. He kneels before me and gently, so gently that it makes my heart tremble, he tucks it behind my ear. So where is this flower? Is that the white flower that she has on? Isn't that the white flower she always has on? So where's this white flower you picked up, eh? I don't see it. Boy, you lying to me? Maybe it's on the other side. He grasps my hand and loops his pinky finger through mine. I told you I was done with secrets. I'm done with wishes too. From now on, the two of us are gonna do everything together. He breathes. Oh my goodness, I can't say breathe. He breathes in softly. This is my promise to you, Lucette. I promise I will always work hard to be worthy of the title of your fiancé, and someday to be worthy of being called your husband and king. I promise I will make you the happiest wife. I promise that everything we've hoped for will happen. No more wishing or dreaming. The two of us will carve a way to the perfect future together. The words bring tears to my eyes. And I promise to always walk the path with you, Rod. Remember, you're never alone. I love you, Lucette. I love you too, Rod. Again, imagine this. Saying these lines in the living room. Kind of weird, not gonna lie, but I will do this for YouTube. Because why not? The two of us share a kiss beneath the fragmented sunlight. Finally, after so many years of secrets, we are living our dream together. Wow, that was a short episode. Oh, the end? Oh, this is the end. Oh, I got an achievement. Oh my goodness, I didn't know it was gonna end that early. Oh my, oh my, oh my. I thought the next episode was gonna be the end, but I forgot there are two endings. One happy ending, one good ending, and one best ending. So let's see. The one that I got was the good end. It wasn't even the best end. Oh my goodness. Alright. We're gonna get the best end now. Let's go. 4 months have passed since Rod proposed to me. Since then, the two of us have been working tirelessly to prepare ourselves for the future. Father does not plan on stepping down immediately after we marry, but I know the day is fast approaching. And I do not want to make Father wait. Today, Father and I are discussing scenarios which I will have to face as a ruler. This specific situation is a dispute between two parties. This sort of thing happens frequently, most often between businessmen. Most will request an audience and ask for advice. He tilts his head. Tell me, as a just and unbiased ruler, what would your primary tactic be? First, I would allow both parties to argue their side. If it was obvious which was the offending party, I would offer a solution based on the laws which they would already know. And if it wasn't obvious, then I would seek the opinion of the council and call on witnesses to testify. Father looks at me for a long moment, his expression unreadable. I force myself not to waver as I stare back at him. He then smiles, and I feel myself cave with relief. An excellent answer. I release a sigh I did not realize I was holding. I must sound exasperated because Father laughs. You always have such serious look on your face. Speak for yourself. I feel like I'm trying to prove myself in the courtroom during these lessons. Excellent. This is exactly the atmosphere I want the lessons to have. He leans forward. It is essential to master a neutral expression and to keep your emotions hidden from others. It is difficult to appear unbiased if the openly wears their emotions. He shakes his head. Truthfully, I think you already have the part down. Rod, on the other hand, he needs to stop scowling. Rod is good at keeping secrets, but his scowl can be intimidating. You both have your strengths. I eye the crown on his head and sigh. As for right now, I cannot imagine bearing its weight. But I still have much to learn. So do we all. Learning is an endeavor that never ends. Rod would scream if he heard you say that. He despises all the lessons. They are indeed one of the most frustrating parts of court life. Every time I become frustrated with my lessons, I think of the ones Ophelia and Emmeline were forced to take when they first came here. I remember the lessons I helped Emmeline with. I remember her perseverance. And after that, I am motivated again. It helps to know that we are all suffering together. Misery loves company, as they say. The king stands, stretching his arms out before him. But it is also important to take a reprieve from that misery so that we may face the next day with a renewed motivation. You ought to go rest now, Lucette. You have earned a break. Thank you, Father. I slide out of my chair. Thank you for, I think, of his trust in me, of his acceptance, and happiness of my relationship with Rod. Thank you for everything. Father shakes his head. You owe me no gratitude, but I owe you my thanks. I am flabbergasted when he bows before me. What? You two trusted me with our secret, even when I did not deserve to be trusted. Father, I am speaking the truth, nothing more. You could have turned away from me, Lucette. You had every right to give up on me as your father. But you decided to give me a chance to rectify things, and for that, I will always be grateful. He leans over to kiss my forehead. Yes, kisses from fathers. It's so good. It's so good, guys. You don't know. Good night, Lucette. I returned his warm smile with one of my own. Good night, Father. I reached out to give him the briefest of hugs before curtsying and walking off from the room. Rod is waiting for me outside. The moment I exit, he falls into a stride beside me. How did your lesson go? It went well. I apologize for making you wait so long. You wait for me after horrendously long lessons, and I wait for you after horrendously long lessons. It seems only fair. Besides, I just got back from M's room. And how did she like your gift? Well... A week ago, Emmeline had announced she was going to visit Bergentia for the first time. After officially receiving permission from the king to court Emmeline, Lance had started visiting monthly. He had come and gone 4 times already. On this most recent visit, he asked Emmeline to accompany him for a month-long visit to Bergentia. The moment Rod found out, he insisted to make something that she could take with her to make her feel more at home. Knowing how fond she was of Sebi, he came to me and asked if he could help me make a small plush toy for her. Rod is extremely earnest and does his best at everything, but... And you stitch the ears like this. Rod looks at me aghast. I don't understand. What don't you understand? Any of it. I just can't see the shape of the ears. Am I even doing this right? You are doing fine. You just need to tighten the stitches so the ears do not come off. But where even are the ears? You've been working on them this entire time. He really is helpless at this. When Rod continues to have difficulties pulling the thread though, I gently take the plush from him. Watch and learn. He flushes as I lean over to his shoulder to work, carefully looping a thread a couple more times before I tie the knot. I continue working with him for the next 10 minutes, carefully guiding his hands through the stitches. There, all done. The disappointment is evident from his face when he holds up the plush. It's terrible. It is nowhere near as cute as a plush you made me. To be fair, I have a lot more experience. But this was such a simple design. Rod sighs. It really is terrible. It is not. Also, we are talking about Emmeline. She could not possibly dislike anything you give her. I think it is very cute. If you say so. He sets the plush down on the table with a sigh. She's only leaving for a month, you know. That's how it began with me too, you remember? I didn't think I'd be gone that long, but then months passed and... His eyes flit to mine. I made you wait for so long. That's all in the past. You're here now. That's what matters. I lean down to plant a kiss on his head. Besides, even if Emmeline does end up staying longer, I know she would not fail to write letters letting us know when she would be back. I said I was sorry about that. I know, I just like to see you blush. You are the worst. He turns his gaze to the plush toy. I just want him to have this piece of home, no matter how long she's gone. I pat the little plush on the head. She's gonna love it. I flash Rod a teasing smile. Will you make me a plush top? Will you make me a... Mamma mia! Will you make me a plush toy when we get married? Rod scowls. You deserve something much nicer than... whatever this is. I pick up the small plush. I thought you liked challenges, or are you afraid you'll never be as good as me? Rod narrows his eyes. Fine, then I will make something for you. I could never say no to one of your requests. What he means is that he'll never back away from a challenge. I will never not find his determination inspiring. I lean over his shoulder and plant a kiss on his cheek. I'll look forward to it. Em had tears in her eyes when I gave it to her. At first, I thought it was because the plush toy was so ugly it made her cry. I cannot help but admire laughter. And that wasn't the case, was it? No, she kept telling me how much she adored it. I told you she would love it. I opened the door to my bedroom when we arrived. Rod's expression crumples as we enter. It feels like so much is happening all at once with Emmeline, but things are moving so slowly on my end, with us. He looks crestfallen as he slides onto my desk chair. I'm sorry you have to wait so long for our wedding. Where is this coming from? Emmeline is not getting married. No, but the two of them still feel like they're taking more active steps towards the future than I am. Rod, you know not in a hurry. In fact, I'm glad we get to walk on this path, together, without rushing. We are not lacking for time, and I want to enjoy here and now. Rod shakes his head. I'm so accustomed to worrying about the future, it's strange to just focus on the present. But it's not unenjoyable. I would hope not. I like to think that I can make the present more enjoyable. Every moment I spend with you is enjoyable. He pauses, suddenly looking thoughtful. After a few moments he stands, expression suddenly somber. Actually, I've been thinking, if all we can ever do is control the present, then I'm sitting on the bed when Rod walks across the room to take my hand. Rod? I want to make my vow to you, here and now. This is a little unusual. Our whole love story has been a little unusual, don't you think? He holds out a hand. Can I have your ring? Is he doing a reverse proposal or something? Not a reverse proposal, but... Okay, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Bye-bye. Goodbye, guys. My brain just shut off. And it's never coming back. Our fingers brush as I hand him the ring, and I flush as he kneels down before me. I promise to make it better for our wedding, but I'd like to make a vow to you tonight as well. You're not allowed to tease me for this, okay? I nod, smiling. Rod gently takes my hand. He holds the ring in his other. Even though I know this is not the real thing, not even a rehearsal, my heart trembles with anticipation. Lucette, I did not know the meaning of true love until I met you. I had never known what it meant to give someone my heart until we met. But now you have it. You have me with all my entirety. I want to stay by your side for the rest of our lives, through the paths diverged in the past. I will make sure that they remain intertwined in the future. I never want to leave you alone. Not again. He takes a deep breath as he slides the ring onto my finger. My eyes are glistened with tears when he brings my hand to his lips and kisses my knuckles. I will love you forever and always, Lucette. I grip his hand tightly, pull him towards me. I love you too, Rod, and I will proudly proclaim it for the rest of the world to hear. Rod smiles. It is such a gentle, beautiful smile. No more secrets. Never again. Rod cups my cheek, brushing a straying tear from my eye as he presses his lips to mine, a seal of our promise. I pull Rod closer until we are lying together on bed, our limbs entangled and my face pressed to his chest. I will always love you, Rod, forever and always. No picture? I awake. I'm so... Don't ask, okay? I thought there would be a picture for that, but I guess not. CG? No CG? No? I awake to the bright morning sunlight seeping into my room. Wait, when did I fall asleep? I blink dazedly, trying to turn, but then I feel the arms around my waist and gasp. Good morning. Okay, I'm closing this game. Bye-bye. I'm not gonna snapshot this. No, I'm not gonna take a picture of this. No, I'm just gonna close it and just never open it ever again. Okay, bye bye guys. That's the end of Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore, Rod's Route. I've completed both the good end and the best end. And yes. Watch the next episode for Karma's Route. Are we excited for that? Okay, I'm gonna continue reading it now. Rod's voice is a sleepy mumble as he pulls me closer. I can feel his bare chest through the thin fabric of my nightgown. My stomach is suddenly filled with butterflies. Right, last night Rod made his vow and then well, it somehow turned into this. You said? What? I can feel his smirk against my skin. How do you feel a smirk against your... Okay, I'm not gonna question the writing. Are you embarrassed? I am embarrassed, very. I am not. Rod laughs against my skin. How do you laugh against the skin? I'm confused. Maybe it's because my English is not good. Okay, I admit, my English is bad, so... Sorry, don't understand this? He presses his soft kiss to the nape of my neck. I should sleep shirtless more often. It's nice to see you flustered for a change. What, no complaints? Must I kiss you to get you to stop talking? Oh, you guys... Are you sure how to do asleep? Are you sure? Sure. I trust you. I truly trust you. No, continue on. Also, both of you are the same, aren't you? Just kiss each other to stop the other one to talk from talking? Isn't that rude? I find that so rude. If that were done to me, I'd slap the heck out of the person. Wanting to stop me from talking. Stopping me from talking. Maybe that was my goal all along. I turned to face him and, as promised, I pressed a kiss to his lips. Rod returning a kiss is sleepy, warm. I can't read! I turned to face him and, as promised, pressed a kiss to his lips. Rod's returning kiss is sleepy and warm. He touches his forehead to mine and whispers softly, I love you, Lucette. I love you too. Rod nuzzles his face into my neck. I run my hand through his hair. I marvel, not for the first time, that we are finally here together. Just for a little longer. Let's stay like this. I nod as I press my lips to his forehead. We have all the time in the world, Rod. Once I wished I could live my life openly loving Rod. It turns out with perseverance and hard work, that dream was more than possible. And their love lasted forevermore. Oh yeah. Oh, I got two achievements. Ooh. Okay. So I guess we're gonna wrap it up as the credits flow. The end of Rod's Route. Yeah, one down. 4 more to go. I think there are 4. I think. Watch the next episode for Karma's Route. Yeah, Karma. We love Claude. We love our prince. He's just so endearing, I guess. I would say that. So comment down below what you think of this episode and suggest some game ideas, any games you would like to see me play. Suggestions are always welcomed. I am open to any suggestions really. Unless they're inappropriate games, then no. My channel is family friendly. Okay? Okay, that's not family friendly. Just as I said that. This happens to me. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna dust that under the carpet. Like if you like. Dislike if you dislike. Subscribe for more content like this. Subscribe for more Rod. Subscribe if you want to watch Karma's Route. It's up next. And I think that's all. Thank you for watching and have a good day.